We welcome anybody and everybody.
So next
There
year
is no limit.
I go in
No.
and start downloading stuff, and I can sit in next year.
Yes, you betcha.
You can
That's
count
what
on
is, you know, the focus of Carp Camp is to pass the music on, because if we don't do it, you know, you're certainly not going to get it on the radio.
Yeah.
It used to be years ago that the town squares, where you still see those in small towns, where they would gather there on the weekends and play music. Well, you know, now that the town squares are gone, there's no venue for that.
Yeah.
So I started a little session in Wichita where I live, at called a little coffee shop. And that session is welcome for anybody to come down and wants to learn the kind of music we play and join in. We take, you know, beginners right on up, because the music is learned by everybody, professionals. We have people there from the Wichita Symphony sit in and play. So,
One of the things that's really ironic is just before I came in to do the interview, I found out that Henry lives probably a quarter of a mile from me in Wichita. Of course, I'm getting ready to move to Derby, but I mean, just to live a quarter of a mile to a half a mile from me, it's a small world, isn't it? was talking to Henry about last night, and those of you that are visiting the virtual pew, you know this to be where we're at. We don't over-sensationalize spirituality and faith and that type of thing. We do, however, like to touch on aspects of spirituality. And Henry and I were talking last night, in some ways, and really in a lot of ways, what happens, as you've seen on the video and as you'll see when this interview is conducted, one of the things that happens is that these people come together collectively, and it really is, it's really a spiritual moment, isn't it?
One of the really marvelous things about the Winfield Festival that you do not see at any festival is the fact that you can come in and camp anywhere. And what that has allowed to happen over the years is these little groups to camp. If you go to a festival somewhere else, normally there's a little guy on a go-kart or a golf cart, and he's going to lead you to a place to camp. So it doesn't allow these communities to pop up. With the Winfield Festival, what you see here is because we have a land rush, and you can come in and you can virtually camp with anybody. You can, you know, maybe the first year you'll just camp next to someone, because everybody, I don't know of anybody that doesn't work with anybody that wants to camp. And we're basically the same way. And then you go through the campsites, and then you hear the music you like, and then you can usually sit in and play with those camps. And like I said, you know, I don't know of anybody. I mean, that's how these little communities have grown over the years. We were invited to camp this week because we like the music. And that's the same way with anybody that comes along. And that's why we have, like, you know, as many as 200 people, 200, 300 people a night come by and listen to the music. You know, if they could all camp with us, they would. We have our own big section, you know.
You could almost start your own festival.
But the other thing, you know, I mean, so they have, you know, I'm going to say probably 50–60% of the people out there, they camp in little communities, but most of them, if they like this music, they come and play. And that's what is so unique about Winfield. And that's what allows the spirituality. You know how it is. You know, there's all kinds of different churches, and people hear a message at each one of these churches, and that's why they're drawn here. It's the same with Winfield.
Well, closing up, because I want to get to the music. Henry's been gracious to allow me to come back tonight and film some more, so I'm going to do that a little bit later probably, but I know the music will be going. How can it ruin it? Yeah.
We know how to waste bits.
A few things I'd say, just to touch on for those that are viewing. One is that, you know, Henry touched on this, really hit the nail right on the head. There's this aspect of community, of people coming together. There's the component of people with various backgrounds and various styles of music that come together, and they form this community. I told my wife last night the best way that I could describe what I felt or what I feel at this particular camp, and I hope you appreciate this, I don't know. It's almost like getting to see, well, it's not like getting to see, it's like getting to sit on stage with the Mannheim Steamroller. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the closest. I love Mannheim Steamroller, but this is really like getting to sit on stage with them, which is better than sitting in the audience and singing. And as people come together from various backgrounds, from various places, I think last night you said they come from all over the country.
They do. We have people from all over the country coming to Carp, from both ends of the coast. We even had a guy from Italy last night.
So here they come together, and then they, together through their differences, through their different experiences, they do something together, and they make a beautiful sound, and they have a dramatic, I think it's a dramatic impact on those around them. As you will notice on the videos, as you'll see me video on the performance itself or the playing, it's not really a performance, it's just people getting together collectively doing something they love. You'll notice people all around the tent area. And those are people that are just walking by, a lot of them, and they get drawn into what's happening, and they stay there, and they stop, and they watch, and they fall in love with the music. And at that point, whether you're from Arizona or whether you're from Topeka, Kansas, or New York City, you're together, and there's a oneness and a uniqueness that is, to me, it's spiritual.
Sure is.
And so here's the challenge. Each of us, as we go through life, Carp Camps, to me, it's the most beautiful experience that I've experienced here at Winfield. That being said, the experiences that take place at something like this can carry on. I'm sure, Henry, I'm sure you guys keep in touch with people from around the country throughout the year.
Definitely, yeah.
And so that's the challenge. Find something you love. Come together. don't focus so much on differences, but focus on the things that you can do together. And as you do things together, then I believe that our lives can become a beautiful experience as well. So that's the message for today. Henry, I love this camp.
Everybody brings their gifts.
Everybody brings their gifts. And we all have them. I love the analogy of the carp. You know, a lot of people throw them away, and these are people.
We protect the carp.
Yeah.
The carp is sacred.
And we're all carp.
We're all carp.
Yeah.
That's right.
What a pleasure to get to meet this man. This is my 3rd year at Winfield. I don't know if I'll ever miss it again. This is my wife's 1st year, and you know, to be with a old timer, not in age, but from the perspective of being here since the beginning, it's an honor. So enjoy the music, enjoy Carp Camp, and if you're ever in Winfield, this is the place to come by.
Everybody's welcome to come to the website.
Henry, thanks a
Learn
lot.
new things.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.